So I'm gonna let you guys know the hatchery, because I don't think I should call all this out and not say it. But this is a hatchery I've never used before, and the only reason I used them because back in March we couldn't find anywhere that had meat chickens, and we're gonna see how this batch fares. I'm hoping a lot better than the last one. I'll catch you guys all up. I'll explain the whole story. Spring is sprung at Gagne Farms here, and we just got the call. So we got all of our meat birds have just been shipped into the post office. We're getting in the truck and we're heading up there right now. We have so many things to do here on the farm this weekend that we are going to bring you along. We've got things to plant in the garden. We've got meat birds coming in. We've got all sorts of other things going on. I want to hear what you guys are doing on your homestead this spring as well.
Well, it is 9 a.m. on Saturday morning, and we got the call. So we're on our way to go get our meat chickens.
Let's go get the chickies. Let's go get the box.
Do you want them on the seat or on the...
I want them on the seat because I want to open the lid. Well, we just got our chickies from the post office, and we got an issue. We're going to get back to the house here, and I'm going to explain what's going on. So we just got back from the post office here, and we did not get all of our chicks that we were supposed to. We ordered 50 unsexed meat birds. We're gonna go open up this case here real quick. I'm gonna show you what's going on. So we opened the lid real quick just to check, and they did not make it. There's a few that are in here that made it, but not very many. We're gonna try to get these guys in, get them some water, and see what we can do here. All right, here's a quick chickie update. We had a few more that were barely hanging on. We've got them in the brooder under the heat mat or heat lamp, and I'm trying to give them water. Basically, you know, just dipping their beak in the water. That's all we can do right now. I've called the company and emailed the company that I got them from. We'll see what they say. Hopefully they will back their product. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I've never had a whole batch of meat birds perish like that on us before, so this is a little bit new to us, a little bit stressful to me and Candace because we hate seeing things like that. So we're just gonna kind of let that one go. They're in there under the heat right now. I don't know if they got cold or if they were just in long transit and that's what happened. Regardless, it is what it is now, and I will keep you guys updated on that one. We do have other things to do here around the homestead that we're going to try to still make this a productive weekend. So that kind of put a really big damper on it for Candace and I. So, yeah. So with it being the weekend right now, nobody's at the company to get back a hold of us. I expect to hopefully hear something Monday morning, and we'll go from there. We'll update along the way as we can. I'm hoping we get a few more of these birds to kind of get their strength back and start drinking and moving around. There's 4 that are moving around decent. There's a few more that they're alive, but they're not doing very well. They're not thriving, let's put it that way. So we will continue nonetheless. Well, it is a crisp morning out here on the homestead, and last week we had left off with our meat chickens. I got an update on these meat chickens, but first we need to go up and get the new meat chickens. So I'll explain the whole story along the way, and we're gonna see how this batch fares. I'm hoping a lot better than the last one. I'll catch you guys all up. I'll explain the whole story. But we also have a lot to get done this weekend. Hopefully last night we had our last frost. I think it was our last frost. I put the row cover on our veggies just in case. We did wake up with some frost on the windows this morning, on our car windows. So let's load up, go get these chickens, and get back to the homestead. I'll catch everybody up on the whole story. Hey guys. All right. Okay, just got back from town. Everything looks to be good this time, so I'm gonna start getting these guys in this brooder right away. It's warming up fast. It was down to 33 last night, and we did get some frost around here, so I'm glad I covered up those leafy green veggies I got out in the garden. But we're supposed to get some real warm temperatures. I want to get these guys out of the box and into the brooder. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna explain the whole story, and actually, it's I think it's gonna be very beneficial to you guys. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so here's the story. We ordered our meat chickens back in March, but I made sure we had like an early May delivery date for them, which is usually when we like to get them around here in Michigan, because we have some cold temperatures usually, and although we do have a heat lamp out in the barn in the brooder, it does get really cold, and if we get them too early and they need to get out of the brooder and out onto grass, sometimes I don't have grass yet, so that's why we got them so we got them so late as compared to a lot of homesteads here. But we went to pick up chickens last weekend, as you seen earlier in the video. They were almost all dead. I had 4 that I thought were pretty good, and there was about a dozen that they were alive. They were trying to take water, but they were just so far gone that I stayed in the brooder and tried to revive them and get them to drink water and warm them up for about 6 hours. And they ended up, all those dozen or so perished, but I thought, okay, well, we'll have 4 of them at least here. And over the next day and a half, those 4 perished as well. I think what happened, you know, I had 2 videos planned for this one. Depending on the response from the hatchery that I bought these from, I was either going to have a don't buy from this hatchery ever again video, or buy from this hatchery because they were upstanding and back to their product. So what I did after we had the loss in shipment, I contacted the company. It was on a weekend. They actually contacted me back in a pretty prompt amount of time. I think it was that day yet, so maybe 6 hours later or so. On a weekend, I think that's pretty good. And they said they would stand behind their product and they would help me out. There was a little bit of loss in communication between the emails. I had said I lost all but 4 chicks. I probably worded that a little vague or wrong. They refunded me for 4 chicks and said, let me know if you lose any more. So I sent another email. I says, no, I worded that wrong. That's my fault. And I lost 46 chicks. I had 4 that were alive, and we're still trying to get those to, you know, take water and flourish. Wrote back the next day, and they said they would refund. They actually didn't ask if I wanted a refund. They said they would ship a new shipment of chicks to us. So that was great. They shipped them. They said it was going to be a couple weeks, and actually I got an email back the next day, and they said they were going to ship in like 3 days from then. So that was great. They were on top of things. I don't have anything bad to say about that at all. I think it was really good. They stood behind their product. They helped me out. They got chicks shipped to us promptly, and that was great. Now, what I was worried about was that we were going to have the same problem, that the chicks would not show up in time, and we would get another whole batch of unhealthy chicks. That was not the case. I just picked up the chickens. They look great. They're vibrant, healthy, moving all around, eating, drinking. I have one chicken there. I don't think it's going to make it, but I tried to get it to take water as well, and it's, I think, just too far gone. It was cold. It's still alive. It'll take a little bit of water, but I'm going to keep trying. Just not thriving at all. But I'm glad that they came back and helped me out with this order. I would hope every place would do that, but you know, there's some places out there that just, you know, they don't do that. They'll say, well, it's not our fault, and, you know, good luck to you. But I actually don't think it was anything wrong with the hatchery. I don't believe this was a hatchery issue. I believe they had gotten lost in the mail. They took an extra day to get here from when I expected them. They shipped on a Wednesday. I was expecting them by Friday morning. I didn't get them until Saturday morning, and I was tracking them through our USPS tracking number. They went to weird cities they were checking in. They did a lot of traveling. So I think that's what happened. I don't think it was the hatchery's fault at all. I think they just got stuck on a truck. And it was a little bit chilly last weekend, so I don't know if it was the cold or the extra day on the truck. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but regardless, this time they shipped. There was a sticker made on Wednesday. I didn't see anything yesterday until late last night. They said they were in the state. I can't remember which. I don't know if they were. I think they were in Detroit or something. So I had hoped that they were going to be up here today, and by the time I got up in the morning, I did another track on it real quick, and they were in town. So we went and we got a call, went and picked them up. Everything's good, and so I'm gonna let you guys know the hatchery, because I don't think I should call all this out and not say it. But this is a hatchery I've never used before, and the only reason I used them because back in March we couldn't find anywhere that had meat chickens. So I looked at every hatchery I could find in the United States. I had found one. Usually we use a local hatchery, like a Hoover's hatchery, a Town Line hatchery. Those are all a little bit closer. Murray McMurray we've used, had great help with them. This was Abendroth Hatchery in Wisconsin. I think they did great. I'm glad that they helped me out, and I'm going to give them a shout out here on this video because I think they deserve it for the customer service. So if you guys have an issue, it says right on their website, if you have any loss within 48 hours, contact them, which I did. I called them, emailed them, and I did get a prompt response. So there you go, guys. That's kind of the whole story on what we were doing with our meat chickens this year. So with the loss of all the chickens in the United States this year, we were really worried that we wouldn't be able to get any meat chickens. And I still looked on websites, and the availability is getting better, but some of those websites don't have meat chicken availability until July, August, even somewhere out into September. So I think if you guys want meat chickens, try to find somewhere local that you can get them as local as possible. Like Tractor Supply is selling out as fast as they can get them in. So I think if you want some meat chickens this year, get on top of it, find something, try to find something close, and get them ordered up. I actually found in all my searching another hatchery that's about an hour south of me, and I think I'm going to try them. The only problem is their availability. They can't ship, I think, until the second week of July. But I'm going to put an order out then and see if we can get some from them. That's a one-day ship to us, you know. They're going to get in the mail, ship up to town, we'll go pick them up next morning. I think that's the way to go. Get them as, you know, so as they're as close. They don't have to get stuck in a truck across the United States like this last batch. This was the first time we've ever had a loss like that for meat chicken, any chicken actually, that we've shipped in the mail. So, all right. Well, with all that said, I appreciate you guys sticking around. We're going to end this one here. I've got a whole bunch to do today. Our temperatures are really starting to change now. This morning we had 33 degrees, and on Monday we're supposed to be in the mid 80s. So we've got to get all this going because I've got a whole bunch of starts inside and we need to get them hardened off. If we try to plant in 85-degree weather, we'll lose them right away. So we got to get some of this stuff in and get it taken, some root, and we might have to wait until the heat wave passes till next week. I appreciate you guys sticking around. This was a different video for me because I had planned on last weekend going picking up chicks, getting in the garden, doing some work, and that didn't happen with the whole loss of chicken. But another shout out to Abendroth Hatchery. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys go check them out. Very fair prices, and if you guys are closer to them than I am, and the mailman doesn't lose them, I think you guys would be just fine. So thanks again. We'll catch you guys on the next one.